guys, and welcome to my craft room. Okay, so these are coin capsules. A viewer that was watching one of my videos saw me with them and asked me how I make my glitter samples. So I told her I make them using coin capsules. And these are just like little plastic things that you put quarters in. I buy them from Amazon. They come 200 to they come 200, but you get 100 in each box. So once you pop them open, you only use the inside one. Here I'm showing you, I have one box that is filled. I'm working on the second box. I have way more glitter than this. I kind of started this after I started collecting glitter. So this is the inside of the one that we're going to use when you pop it open. I have my samples here that I'm getting ready to put my epoxy in, my Dixie cups. So I'm pouring a little epoxy in each cup for the 3 samples that I'm going to make right here. And as you see, I have my safety gloves on. You should always wear your safety equipment when you are working with epoxy. I'm putting down my baby wipes so that if I spill anything or get anything on me, I can clean it up. This is the first glitter that I'm putting in a little bit. It's from Glitter Chimp. This is my second glitter, also from Glitter Chimp. And as you see, it doesn't really take a lot. I always put probably more in than I need to because I like to see the true color under the epoxy. So, and any of the thing that I have left over, I use in little small projects, and I'll show you a little small project in the end that I do with the extra glitter if any is left over. Now I'm just mixing it up in my little Dixie cup and getting it ready to put inside the capsule. Okay, sometimes I make it a little thicker if I really want to see, if I want the capsule thick and I want to get a dense, deep color. Sometimes when I'm using the extra fine glitter, it's a little thinner and I can just pour it right in. But most of the time with chunky glitters, you have to use your tool to put it in the capsule. Isn't that a pretty color? That is just, I don't know, I love this color. I'm a pink person anyway, and I love pinks. I love greens, but pink is my favorite. And see, this is a chunky glitter, so I'm having to really take it out and kind of spoon it in there. And guys, this is a good way when you making samples like this. It's always good to make a sample of your glitter, because that way you can take them out and match them up with other glitters if you want to see what two glitters would look like. Or if you've got two glitters that are almost the same color in shade, but you're really not sure how they would look under epoxy, this is a good way to do it. If you've always got these samples, then you can tell what your glitter looks like under epoxy, because most of the time we use the glitter under epoxy.
No combo. Oh, I got the axe. Wait, we're not taking
Okay, and you want to take your time because you want to make sure that you get all the glitter down there and you don't have any little air pockets left. It is easy to get a little air pocket down in there, so you want to just make sure that you fill it up. Glitter, epoxy is self-leveling, so even with the glitter in it, it will level out. Now let's just put the top back on this, because I am a klutz and I will have knocked them over. Isn't that pretty? Look at that color. Makes me just want to make something. Okay, now I got to clean my tool off. Now I'm just using my torch just to pop any little bubbles that may be on top. I'm not going to put it down close. I'm not going to hold it in one place long. Look at these. Those are gorgeous. And an easy way for me to tell, that light color is Miss Priss, and I really think it's a beautiful light mixture. So now guys, I'm going to show you, I sat them down to dry on a level top, and now I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the extra epoxy and glitter that I had left over. This is actually an alphabet mold, and sometimes what I do with it is I fill it up with the different glitters, even if it's ones that weren't matched to go together. I just put them in and see how they look together, and then I use these to make keychains. I have a little drill. I drill a little hole in it. I put my clasp in it once it dries. Sometimes I have to sand it down a little bit. And I try to get every single bit of glitter and epoxy that's left out of those cups. I'm going to add a little bit more in this because I had a little bit of extra epoxy left. You'll see that later towards the end I've made some more samples. So I just want to use all of the epoxy. I don't want to lose anything because epoxy is expensive, guys. It's something that is just too expensive to waste. Now I'm going to take this and just fill up the alphabet. And I'm not worried if I get a little bit on the outside of it because it's not going to stick in this mold. When it dries, I'll either be able to just break off anything that's around the edges, or sometimes I'll just take my scissors and cut off anything that's around the edges and then sand it down. And then I'll just if I need to, take a little bit more epoxy and just rub it with my gloved finger, just rub it over it and then let it sit and dry to bring the shine back. Because if you sand it down, it's going to take the shine away. But once you put a little bit more epoxy on it, not making a whole lot, just dip your finger in it and rub it over it. Or use resin.
Wait, I used to tell folks.
As you can see, I am scraping every little bit out of this cup. And it's actually enough to fill up the mold. I'm going to clean off my stir stick. And I'm going to take my other two epoxies and I'm going to start filling up the L and just see what I can get in there, see if I have enough. If I don't, I'll try to put it at a place where even if I don't fill it up, I can come back. I let this dry and then I can come back later and fill it up with whatever I have left over from my next project. And normally, guys, when I am doing a project, that's when I make my coin samples. That's what I meant to tell you. With any leftover, like for this one, I was specifically making coin samples, but normally I make my coin samples just from whatever epoxy is left over after I am doing a project or doing a tumbler or doing a cup or anything like that. If I have a little bit left over, I'll go in my glitter stash for one that I haven't made, and I will take it out and make my sample. Now this is also a good way if you want to make samples of epoxy. You can just use this. I have done this, spelled out a name in different colors of glitter, and then use just a little epoxy to hook them together, or you can use E6000 glue, hook the letters together and spell out a name. It will stand up. See, Greedy got me. I got to get every little bit out. Okay, you got to remember to clean off your tool before it dries on there. Now, if it does dry on there, we can always soak the tool in we can always soak the tool in, geez, just had a brain fart there, guys. We can 100% acetone, duh. Now I'm going over it with a lighter, and the reason I'm going over it with a lighter and not my torch is because with the torch it would mess up my mold, because the mold is, you know, kind of like a rubbery substance, so I don't want to mess up my mold, so I just use a lighter to bring any bubbles to the top. And this is one that, you know, I had like just a white glitter left over, so I put it in, and it's going to need to be trimmed around and sanded down, and then anybody's name that starts with O can have a an alphabet letter. Okay guys, so we're back, and all of my glitters that we have put in here have dried. So they've dried in the coin slots. So what I'm going to do now is just show you my next process in making these. Of course, I showed you what I put them in, which are the little coin holders. You get 200. I got them off Amazon. So what I do is I start with my next number. You just take the top like you would do their coins for a quarter. So you just take the top and you pop it down right on top of them. That's all I do. I let them dry totally because I'm not sure that if I put these tops down on them, oops, wrong side. If I put these tops down on them, if while they're wet, if they will, you know, totally dry out. So I put it down in it, and as you saw, I sit it up. It dries overnight, and the next thing I do, so that I know what these are when I'm looking at them, so I know what the colors are, I start with the next color. I put the color on my bottle of epoxy, 109. I have a notebook, and I keep all of my glitters separated out in my notebook by name. I write well, that one doesn't have numbers on it because I don't have any of those. Okay, I write these are printed out. I write the number by the name. I know where to find them because they're different kind of glitters, and I write how many I have in there. So if I have more than one bottle of the same glitter, I'll mark it so I know not to order any more of that glitter until I've used some of it. So the next thing I do is I just take my Sharpie marker. Red is 109. I don't really have room to put the name of it on here. I look and see which side I like the best that shows me the most. Oh, I'm sorry. I look and see the side that I like the best that shows me the most color. This side is showing me the most color. This was the actual side that dried down when you pour it down in there. So I'm going to turn it on this side, and I'm going to put number 109. Okay, that goes to that one. This one is California Raisin by Glitter Chimp. It's 110. Gonna look and see which side I like the best. I think I like that one the best, so I'm gonna put number 110. This one, and this is really pretty, guys, is Miss Priss. She's number 111. Okay. I think I like this side the best on that one. So I'm gonna put number 111. Then we have Velvet. Velvet is like a pretty purple. I'm sorry. That is really pretty right there. It's a pretty purple. So I'm going to write on this side 112. Now, sometimes the color is so dark that my black Sharpie won't show up. I have a silver Sharpie, I use that. Okay, and our last one is Sassy. Sassy is number 113. This is pretty too. Look at that sparkle. And this is under epoxy. I really like this side. She's number 113. 113. So now, all I have to do, open up my little container and drop them in number order right down in my container. Okay, I'm trying to get right down in my container. Now, the reason you see some of these missing is because I've already popped them, separated them out, and I've already separated them out, so I've got them ready to go when I need to make more of these. I have more than 113 glitters, but I didn't start doing this system until after some of my glitters came in. So what I'm doing now is, as I get new glitters in, I automatically put them in my system. As I use the old glitters, and I have a little bit, or I make a project and I have a little bit of glitter left over, I go and automatically pull some of the glitters that I have not put in these, and I'll use the extra glitter if I'm not going to use it in a mold. I'll use the extra glitter to put in here. And as you can see, I've already got one filled up. This one holds 100. Each one holds 100. So I'm pretty sure that I'm going to have to buy another set pretty soon. So that, guys, is how I put my glitter in the coin slots, so that when I want to match colors up, I can match colors up. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time, and in the meantime, keep on crafting.